Oh my god, it's my earliest vlog ever. Whoa, one side sensor isn't working. Interesting. This is a new development. Didn't even notice. I guess I'm still half asleep. But yeah, it has a air pressure trending towards sunny. It's 7:20 in the morning. 21 degrees in the house. And the temperature doesn't exist anymore outside, so I guess it's got the vacuum of space and we're all gonna die if we go out there. Sweet! It's weird that sensor doesn't work and then my other weather station it does. Jeez, I feel like Harvey Spooner here with all these weather stations. Yeah, I guess his are weather stations too. This one's actually going to go out in the garage here one of these days. I just never got around to it. But yeah, it's about 15.5 outside. Beautiful day. It's a Friday. My favorite day. My favorite day by far. I love the Fridays, as you guys know. Oh, what about the joke of the day? This one's kind of funny, actually. July 24th. Holy crap, it's getting late. Summer's half over. Why is the person who invests all your money called a broker? Well, that's a pretty good point. Why are they called a broker? They should be called a richer. But, yeah. So I thought I'd just grab a camera like I usually do. I have a topic for a change, which I usually don't. That's how much it sucks losing friends, especially good old friends. Over the last few days, me and a friend got into a argument, had a falling out. It sucks. But sometimes, people are kind of outrageous and have demands that can't be met. Like, my buddy got mad at me because I couldn't do something for him. I told him from the get-go I couldn't do it, but he assumed I could. And then he accused me of not doing it on purpose, which pissed me off. And then he went on to tell or say how I owed him for all the shit he did for me years ago. And that pissed me off even more because, a true friend wouldn't even bring that kind of shit up. I don't see any of my friends owing me anything for any of the help I've given them, even though I've given them lots of help. It's not something I'm going to say, 5 years later, I helped you do something, you gotta help me. That's kind of ignorant, I think. Like, if you're good friends, that shit doesn't matter. You help out because you want to, not because someday down the road you're going to say, oh, you owe me stuff. That's bullshit, man. Isn't it? Like, who's gonna want to be friends with people like that? Like, that's just fucked. I was really surprised and taken aback by it, especially because I was at work, and it was a work-related thing, yes, but it was beyond my control. It was something I couldn't do, and I said that from the get-go, and he kept pushing me, and they started getting rude and saying this shit and saying how I owed him this stuff, and I just fucking blew up, because you get sick of this shit, right? It's like, I spend most of my life helping people, and of course if it's a friend, the first thing I'll do exactly everything I can rather, as soon as I can to try to help them. But when they turn around because they're too fucking impatient or whatever their fucking problem is, to start, berating me and fucking, no. I mean, it's bad enough the person that, couldn't be bothered to fucking even come over and visit me half the time, or more than half the time, pretty much ever. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's a stupid situation. I really wish I never ended up in it, but sometimes, people back you against the wall and you lash out, and that's what happened to me, and unfortunately I might have said a couple things that I shouldn't have, but you know what, it needed to be said, and it sucks that I may have lost a good friend, but you know what, maybe they weren't such a good friend after all. Maybe as good as a friend as I thought they were, that was in my head. And actually, they didn't think that way at all. That's what it seems like, so. that sucks. It really sucks, you know. It's hard on the head, kind of hard on the heart, you know. Good friends are hard to come by. But, you know, live and learn. It's what happens when you get older. You lose friends, people drift away, whatever. Seems that one of the big things that drives a rift between people, and what drove the rift between us, is not being around each other. But whatever. It pisses me off that it came to this, but you know, I don't care who it is really. You can't call me up at work and start berating me and fucking shit like that just because I'm not doing what you want when you want it. That's, you know, if it was something important, sure. But like another thing that really pissed me off is when we talked about it, they were like, "Oh, I've helped you so many times. Think all those times you were stuck on the side of the road." And it's like, yeah, you wanted a part for something. I was fucked over on the side of the road with nobody else to call. It's a little different. But, you know, some people are so I even apologized for being a dick, but the other person wouldn't even apologize for anything. Even though they were in the wrong at the get-go and they know it. So, you know what? Fuck them. That's what I say. I'm sick of these people that, you know, can't do wrong and expect their problems to be my problem. I've done with that. You know, I've just given up on people like that because I don't have time for that shit. I got my own problems and I can't be going around dealing with other people's problems or like, you know, stupid shit like, you know, having a temper tantrum because they don't get what they fucking want. Fuck that. It's a real piss off. You know. So that's kind of where my head's been at the last couple days with that. It sucks. To put it mildly, it sucks a lot. And it's not something I like at all. It's one of the shittiest things that happens in my life. It's not the first time I guess it's happened, but it's the first time it happened with this person. Hopefully it's the last, but hopefully someday we work things out. But it's hard to say what'll ever happen. I know right now it's not going anywhere fast, that's for sure. So yeah, shitty part of life. But you know, sometimes that's what these vlogs are. They can't, you know, just like life, they're not always happy. I'd like them to be, you know, everybody wants flowers and sunshine and all that shit, but sometimes it ain't quite that easy. So, but life goes on. I mean, I can't sit here and dwell on that kind of bullshit. I got too much other shit on the go to worry about people bringing me down. Especially people who can't be bothered to even fucking visit, right? So, anyways, I got a weekend that I don't have a huge amount of shit to do. Bonus! I might actually get to do some fun stuff. Yay! I haven't done much fun stuff in weeks. I'm gonna get some wheeler riding in. That's guaranteed. I've been thinking I may try to get some painting done on the tractor. Well, that'd have to be Sunday, I guess, because the weather isn't gonna cooperate. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get some projects done, some fun stuff. Maybe I don't know. I plan on going up to my camp there, my dad's place. And I have a bunch of shit on the go up there. Actually, I got to see how my wood splitter's working. Maybe I'll throw a few pop cans in there or some shit just to crush something. Crush things. Crush, smash, destroy. Somebody's in here. It's a dog. Who let the dogs in? Foo, woo. It's 7:30 in the morning, guys. You're lucky that you're getting anything coherent out of me. Fuck. But, yeah. I'm not really sure what I'm up to. I mowed lawns last night. The tractor's definitely working a lot better. I think I made some mentions of different issues. I had to replace the starter gear. which makes it sound a lot quieter when it starts. Before it had this really weird noise that it made that it doesn't make anymore. Did you just fart? Was that a big old fart? I don't know if you guys heard that, but I sure did. Plomp. Anyways, silly boy, he farts all the time. But yeah, like I said, the starter was fucked up there. I fixed that. That's quieter, which is good. The big problem I was having was with the deck. It was mowing uneven and really uneven. And, well, it wasn't really uneven, but it was leaving like little tufts of grass and stuff. I'm not exactly 100% sure why. I did a number of things. Between everything, it seemed to have remedied the situation. But the belt is loose. I'm going to have to replace that for sure. But I sharpened the blades. I adjusted the deck height, ride height levels. I adjusted the I don't know, what are they, drag link bars or whatever the fuck you want to call them, for the front of the mower deck. Yeah, that's pretty much all I did. But you know, it's actually quite a bit more than you'd think because, well, or it took a lot longer than you'd think because I have to start it, go mow a bit, check it, come back, start it again, go back down, mow it a bit, come back, do it again, start it up. Only this time it won't start 'cause it's starter gear strip, etc. And the old mower's holding out good. Oh, I got the hiccups, boy. Sorry. But yeah, the old mower's holding up real good. Stopped that knocking noise and seems to work fine. I don't know what happened there, but almost bought another one. I saw a buddy had one for sale for cheap. I can't remember what his issue was, but he had the side discharge, which I really wish I had for this. And my old weed whacker, it's whacking weeds fine. Actually, you guys were saying about that black line. Well, the line I get is square or diamond, depending on which angle you look at it. This stuff here, I don't know how well you can tell, but it isn't. I'd have to probably cut an end off here for you, I guess, but it isn't round. It gets kind of round when after you've used it a bit. And this piece is all frayed out, but yeah. But that works. I haven't really had many problems with that. But yeah, it was a good thing to have this mower fixed up because buddy that one of the guys I was mowing for, he was a little upset last time. He wasn't too happy with the mow. Unfortunately, a lot of it wasn't under my control. Obviously, though, the belt was loose and I did have the issues with the deck, but even then, the other problem is the beginning of the year here. I don't know about where you guys are, but the beginning of the lawn season, the first month or so, you get these little flowers, these little tiny. They get about, I don't know, that long or a little longer, little yellow flowers. I think there's the ones that look like kind of like mini dandelions. The problem is you get a lawn full of them, and then when you do, you try to mow them, and 3/4 of them just get flattened down. They don't get cut off, and then you got to come back and do it the other way, and then you cut a little bit more, but you still can't get all of them. And you can go over 3 times, or 5 times, you still won't get them. And then you come back 2 days later, and the lawn you just did that looked good looks like shit because all these flowers are still there that were gonna be cut but didn't get cut. So that's a pain in the ass, needless to say, but don't have to worry about that because don't have that problem. Other than that, not a hell of a lot going on. Gotta go to work. Not looking forward to that because I got a stupid fucking Land Rover Discovery. And I'll tell you something, boys. Never ever buy a Land Rover fucking Discovery. What the fuck is on my lip? That stuff? Or is it just camera? I guess it's just camera or something. But yeah, never ever buy a Land Rover Discovery unless, it works and you got money, because holy fuck, what a pain in the ass they are. Everything has to be done by hand. Like, I can, well, the other day actually, 2 days ago, they pulled a '05 Corolla. Was it even that new? '03, I think. 2003 Corolla. They pulled that in the shop. They needed the transmission at 10 o'clock in the morning. At 12:30, I went to the salesman, said the transmission's ready to go. I had the motor hanging from a thing, and I was hauling the rest of the parts off the wreck, or the Hulk, whatever you want to call it. So, that's easy, real easy. Front wheel drive cars are. You just kind of you disconnect your steering. Sometimes you don't even have to disconnect suspension. Again, they vary on how they connect up in those areas. Other than that, usually it's like 4 to 6 K-frame bolts and 2 or 3 engine mounts, and bing bang clunk, the shit falls out. And well, it doesn't fall out. I put jack stands under it and stuff, lift the rack up off it. But regardless, and then you have it done, right? You get the motor out, the whole K-frame, the whole shooting match out, which is a hell of a lot easier than anything four-wheel drive, I'll tell you that. Four-wheel drives are a royal pain in the ass, most of them. Because first thing you got to do, you got to drop the transfer case. Then you got to drop the transmission. Sometimes you just, you can take the engine too, or the engine transmission together. And that's a lot of the time what I end up doing, if I can. I try to do that because it's kind of useless for, the car's coming in the shop to be torn apart for an engine or a transmission. The other thing might as well be torn out too, because it's probably never going to come back in the shop unless it needs that part taken out. And if it's already out, it gets sold and it doesn't have to be fucked with. And it's a pain in the ass to haul a car in, take one part off, haul it out, put it somewhere else, and then haul it back in later to, get that one part that you could have got before. If you're in a rush, different story, but, junkyard etiquette, man, it's fucked. It's a lot different than what I expected, that's for sure. But it's different, that's for sure. Come on, Bubby. He goes with me everywhere I go. Great boy. He's got an itchy nose. But yeah, guys, I only got like 20 minutes to get to work, so I know I'm just across the street, but I gotta get some shit on the go here. I gotta eat. I haven't eaten yet today. Oh, I think I got a shit too, because I'm shitting my pants right now. Oh, that's rotten. Oh, it's a wet one. It feels squishy. It's not that bad. You alright? Come on. I don't like him being out here by himself right now, because the girlfriend's car was leaking some antifreeze, and I do not want him to get into it. There's just a little bit of a puddle there. No, it's not a puddle. It's all dried up, but it left a spot, like a little round spot where it was, and I'm just worried he might, get some of the residue or something, because they do send. I've heard they really do like the taste of that kind of shit. So, but he didn't, so I think we're good. We also, when she came home, and noticed that she hosed it down under the car. So, ooh. Here's a good shot. So she hosed it down under the car. Yeah. So, how do you think of my camera work, guys? Fuck. Sorry. Well, it's not so bad for you, I guess. You're looking through a camera or a monitor, so it's not so bright. It's not like, blinding like it is to me. But fuck yeah, Friday, boys. Woo! I love my Fridays. Wish I knew what was going on with my fucking weather station. That was like $5. Fuck. Maybe it was even 10. Wasn't much. I think I had something else I was gonna mention too, but fuck, I don't know. Go for upper camera again. Ha! This makes me look short. This make me look tall. Ho ho ho! Ghetto Hillbilly 1, signing off. Peace.